Hi everyone, this is an introduction video to the next big concept we're going to talk about in calculus, which is PVA. PVA. PVA stands for point, velocity, and acceleration. And now that sounds a lot about like physics, but it actually has a lot of calculus involved too. And so what is point? Your point is most likely going to be, your point is going to be your f of x. But you gotta watch out, because sometimes they'll give you velocity as f of x, and that's when you gotta take the integral to find the point, which we're gonna talk about integrals in a future video. But for now, know that point is f of x. Velocity is a derivative of f of x. Velocity is how fast you're going, the rate of change, aka speed. So velocity is f prime of x, and acceleration is f double prime of x. Now, I haven't talked about f double prime of x yet, but f double prime of x is simply the derivative of x. So let's try to think of 3x cubed minus sine of 2x. Okay, so let's pretend that's a point. All right, pretend you're given curve of some random object and its motion is given in the graph of this. So what's the velocity? The velocity at any given point f of x is going to be the derivative of this 9x squared minus cosine 2x times 2. Okay? Now, what's the acceleration at any given point? The acceleration is going to be f double prime of x equals, now we take the derivative of f prime of x. So this is going to be 18 using power rule, 18x. Now, we keep the coefficient the same, so let's put this 2 in front as the coefficient. Okay, derivative of cosine is negative sine, but because we have a negative in front already, so it becomes positive, plus sine of 2x. And then we've got a chain rule again, multiply everything by derivative of 2x, which is 2, so I'm going to have to change this into 4. So that's a acceleration of our function 3x cubed minus sine of x. And there's something really important that you know. If velocity and acceleration has the same signs, so if they're both positive, or both negative, then your function, then your object, your point, is speeding up. Then your object is speeding up. Usually it's an object speeding up. So anything that's moving that gives you the function of this, then your object is speeding up. If velocity and acceleration are different signs, so if one of them is positive and one of them is negative, then your object is slowing down. Now this is very important, because you'll see questions where it asks you, is the object speeding up at, let's say, x equals 3, at time x equals 3. Now you're going to say it is speeding up, and you have to give justification. It is speeding up because the velocity and the acceleration are both positive. Or you say it's speeding up because both the velocity and acceleration are negative. Or you can say it is slowing down because the velocity and acceleration have different signs. And you say one is positive, one is negative, and give the point, and then you receive full credit for your justification. And that's it on the introduction to PVA. In the next probably few videos, maybe we're gonna do more about actually dealing and practicing with PVA. Thank you for watching.